I thought my classic WoW dreams were just that, dreams. I've played the official servers, I played hardcore, I played Season of Discovery, and even still, I felt like something was missing. And I know none of them really promised us Classic Plus, but truthfully, that's what I was hoping for the whole time. Next phase, Season of Discovery will finally become the true Classic Plus. That's what I would tell myself. And it was just never fully realized. And in all the videos I made for nearly the past year, you all have been screaming at me in the comments the same thing, over and over and over. And finally, I listened and I caved in. I tried Turtle WoW. And this isn't just Classic Plus to me. This is what WoW could have been if Blizzard had chosen a different path all those years ago. Now, I've known about Turtle WoW for a while, but I always brushed it off. In my mind, I figured it was just another private server with its own gimmicks. The ones I played in the past always had NPCs that sold you all the best items for free, or you started off at max level, or the experience boost was like 10x all the time. And that was really all the uniqueness that they offered. But I logged into the Mists of Pandaria Classic on live servers, and it made me feel something. This isn't Classic anymore. I'm leveling in the same Durotar that I can in retail if I make a new character. I can open my mount list, my transmog list, and my pet journal exactly the same way that I do in retail. So why am I even playing Classic anymore? I was getting fatigued, and the comments just kept coming in, almost begging me to try something new. And that's why I decided to log into Turtle WoW. And what I found wasn't just a modded version of vanilla, it was something more, something thoughtful, something that asked the question, what if WoW had grown in a different direction? The true Turtle WoW experience for me started at the launcher. This thing puts the Battle.net game launcher to shame, truly. You can change the game settings before you log into the game, you can install supported add-ons right from the launcher, and you can even see the most recent posts about player-created and driven community events that are going on. Wait, what? Community events? And no, I'm not talking like Children's Week or holiday events like Brewfest. These are things like a player-driven rave at Black Rock Mountain, or Heavy Metal Leveling Tuesday. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? While creating a new character, I quickly noticed how deep it was. There were new hairstyles, new skin tones for nearly every race, super cool things like wild hammer tattoos for the dwarves, high elves as a playable race, goblins reimagined. It's subtle, but it immediately made me feel more connected to my character and to the lore in general of World of Warcraft. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? So, I made an Orc Warrior first. Surprise. Now, what actually surprised me was the sandstorm that was gripping the Valley of Trials as soon as I logged in. These weather effects, rain, snow, sandstorms, they've existed in WoW's files since 2004, and they've gone mostly unused except for rare circumstances. But Turtle WoW is using these immediately. Combined with all the players that are walking around, the Valley of Trials feels more alive and more immersive than any starting zone in any official World of Warcraft release. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? So while killing the boars for my first quest as an Orc Warrior, I noticed a button on the minimap. It was something I hadn't seen before. It's a radio? Wait, what? An actual in-game radio that all players can tune into anywhere in the world? I noticed that it plays World of Warcraft fan music, which is pretty neat, orchestral renditions of classic WoW themes, like the Stormwind theme and other things, and sometimes there's full-on lore audiobook sessions to just listen in on while you play. It's brilliant. It's a low-effort, high-impact feature that brings the community together. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? So I logged off my orc and decided to make a high elf. What's that all about? Wait, where am I starting? The Thalassian Highlands? Is this a new zone? Alright, where is that on the map? Wait, what? There are so many new zones in Turtle WoW. There's Gilneas, there's Tel Abyb, Gilligam's Isle, there's Hyjal, as if it was from Vanilla WoW? And these aren't just half-baked ideas that they're throwing in. These are long-running fan dreams and zones finally brought to life in a classic environment. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? At this point, I was already completely sold on Turtle WoW and started leveling, not just as a fun experience, but really as a mirror to reflect on what WoW could have been. Like an alternate reality 2006 where the Burning Crusade never came out and instead we expanded Vanilla WoW. Even the little things feel meaningful. I picked up leatherworking and I made a light armor kit, and I expected it was just going to be vendor trash until I hovered it. Wait, what? It gives stamina now? That's a massive early game buff. So now I keep some on me when I get new armor, and they even sell well on the auction house. Light armor kits are actually useful now. Turtle WoW makes Classic feel like Classic, just smarter and updated, but still Classic at its core. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? But the biggest shock of all? The people. The zones are alive. I haven't seen a starting zone this packed since the Classic anniversary launch in 2019, or maybe the launch of official hardcore servers. But this isn't like a new server launch experience. It's just a thriving server. There are daily community events, a lot of moments for spontaneous RP, and literal heavy metal leveling nights. I mean, come on. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? It reminded me of what made World of Warcraft special to me in the first place, why I fell in love with it. Everyone having a shared experience. So in the end, to me, Turtle WoW isn't just Classic with some tweaks. It's a vision of what could have been. What if, instead of rushing on to new expansions and new world-ending villains, Blizzard decided to stay with Classic or the current expansion just a little longer, and added some more depth and more community to the experience. This doesn't just feel like nostalgia, it feels new. It almost captures that same magic that I felt when I first found Azeroth. I'm not quitting retail WoW, I'm not becoming a private server shill, absolutely not. But maybe you noticed that there's a question that I kept asking myself the whole time that I've been playing Turtle WoW. Why isn't Blizzard doing this? If Blizzard took even a few lessons from all of these private servers that are out there, as unsavory as Blizzard might look upon them, then maybe something truly lasting and something truly great and magical could be created. In a real way, Turtle WoW and other private servers are a reason, a demand, to keep my hope alive. Hope for the Classic Plus, hope for the World of Warcraft that we all want. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.